anything and everything he wants. Allah the Almighty inspired Yaqub to return to the country of his father and his people and not go back. Allah promised to stand by him. So Yaqub told his family that, and they responded and obeyed him. Yaqub did not tell Laban of his plans to not come back, and so he left without saying goodbye. Upon leaving, Rahel stole her father's idols. After Yaqub and his family had fled for his hometown, after 20 years without returning, Laban and his people followed them. When Laban met up with Yaqub along the way, he was upset with him for leaving without telling him he was gone for good. He would have liked to known before so he could have had a going away party with celebrations of joy, with drums and songs, and so that he could have bid his daughters and his grandchildren a good farewell. And why have they taken his idols? Wait a minute. The idols? But Prophet Yaqub believed in Allah. Prophet Yaqub didn't believe in idols. Why would he take the idols? He didn't want nor need them. Yaqub had no knowledge of Laban's idols being taken by his wife, so he had denied that he had taken them. So Laban entered the tents of his daughters and slaves to search. But he found nothing. But his daughter Rahel had put the idols in the camel's saddle under her. But why would Rahel take the idols? She was Prophet Yaqub's wife. Wasn't she supposed to believe in Allah and Allah alone too? When we come back from this commercial break, boys and girls, we'll find out what happened to Prophet Yaqub and his family when they returned to their homeland. Welcome back, boys and girls. Before the commercial, we were just about to find out what happened to Prophet Yaqub, the son of Prophet Ishaq and the grandson of Prophet Ibrahim, when he returned home to Jerusalem after 20 years living away with his in-laws. He had ran away because his brother Esau wanted to kill him as a young boy and was now about to meet him and his family for the first time since then. When Yaqub approached his homeland, the angels greeted him. He sent a messenger ahead with good greetings for his brother Esau, asking forgiveness and humbling himself before him. The messenger returned greetings and told Yaqub that Esau was riding towards him with 400 men. This made Yaqub very afraid, and he entreated and prayed to Allah Almighty. He bowed down to Allah in prayer and asked Allah to fulfill his promise, which he, Allah, had made before. He asked Allah to stop the evil of his brother Esau. So Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam prepared a great present for his brother. 200 female goats, 20 male goats, 200 sheep, and 20 rams, 30 camels, 40 cows, 2 bulls, 20 female donkeys, and 10 male donkeys. Whew! Did you get all that? One more time. 200 female goats, 20 male goats, 200 sheep, 20 rams, 30 camels, 40 cows, 2 bulls, 20 female donkeys, and 10 male donkeys. Oh, mashallah, can you imagine? That's one big present. He commanded his slaves to take the animals, and he instructed them, when you meet my brother Esau, he will ask you, to whom do you belong? Where are you going? And you shall say, they belong to your servant Yaqub, and they are a present to you, our master Esau. And he is right behind us. Yaqub stayed behind with his 2 wives and his slaves and his children for 2 nights, then continued walking by night and resting in the day. He was taking his time, so his brother had enough time to greet the messengers, the slaves, the animals, and to calm his nerves. When the dawn of the second day came, one of the angels appeared in the shape of a man. Yacub began to wrestle with him. They were neck and neck until the angel injured his thigh, and Yacub became weak. When the dawn was breaking, the angel said to him, "What is your name?" And he answered, "Yacub." The angel said, "After today you shall not be called anything else but Israel." Yacub asked, "Who are you, and what is your name?" And then the angel vanished. Then Yacub knew that he was one of the angels. Yacub was weak and tired, and for this reason, the children of Israel do not eat thigh muscle on the hip socket. Yacub raised his eyes and saw his brother Esau coming. Yacub bowed down 7 times before him, not in prayer, but because it was their normal greeting in that time of respect. It was lawful for them, just as the angels had bowed down in salutation to Prophet Adam alayhi salam, out of respect, not worship. Today, as Muslims, we do not bow down to anybody except for the one and only Allah. Remember that, boys and girls. Now when Esau saw his brother, he ran towards him and embraced him, and they kissed and they hugged and they wept tears of happiness. When Esau raised his eyes and saw the women and children, he asked, "Who are these with you?" And Yacub answered, "Those whom Allah has given me, your servant." Zia and Rahil, their slaves, and all the children approached and bowed down before him. Again, out of respect, not worship. Yacub asked Esau to accept his gifts and insisted until he did so. Esau returned to Jerusalem ahead of his brother. Yacub and his family followed, taking their time with the flocks and the herds and the slaves and all the children through the mountains. When he came to Succoth, a village, he built a house for himself and shades for his beasts. Then he passed by Jerusalem and camped before the village. He bought a farm with 100 goats, and as commanded by Allah, he built an altar for worshiping Allah, which we now know as Masjid al-Aqsa, right where he had left the stone. With the help of his father, he built this place of worship to Allah, where Jerusalem stands today, and many, many years later, Prophet Sulaiman rebuilt it. It is in the place of the stone which he had earlier pressed the oil. Remember that? The pillow? Ouch! Yacub came to his father Ishaq and settled with him in the village of Hebron, which lies in the lands of Canaan, where Ibrahim had lived. That's Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, his grandfather. Then Ishaq fell ill and died when he was 180 years old. His sons Esau and Prophet Yacub buried him with his father, Prophet Ibrahim. It was said that Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam before him had died at the age of 175 years old. Whew. How old are you all, boys and girls? 5, 6, 7? What about your parents or your grandparents? They're really old, huh? Well, I doubt any of them are as old as Prophet Ibrahim or Prophet Ishaq alayhi salam were when they died. I bet you can't guess how old I am. Let's not. Now, Allah the Almighty declared in the glorious Quran that whoever turns away from the religion of Prophet Ibrahim, except him who befools himself, truly, we choose him in this world, and verily the hereafter, he will be amongst the righteous. Prophet Ibrahim was the father of the prophets that came after him. He gave birth to 2 prophets who also gave birth to future generations. He had great reason to be proud of his children. And inshallah, we can all make our parents proud and grow up to be strong Muslim boys and girls, respected by our friends and family and loved by Allah. We are all descendants of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, and we all have the love for Allah. When his Lord said to Prophet Ibrahim, "Submit, be a Muslim," he said, "I have submitted myself as a Muslim to the Lord of everything, mankind, jinn, and all that exists." Now this submission to Allah and Islam was taught by Prophet Ibrahim to his sons, Prophet Ismail and Ishaq, to his grandsons, including Prophet Yacub, and on to even us, boys and girls. And he said, "O my sons, Allah has chosen for you the true religion. So die not except in the faith of Islam as Muslims." Now we too, boys and girls, should live our lives as Muslims in the faith of Islam. We should strive to die as good Muslims with plenty good deeds for Allah to grant us entrance to Jannah. Insha'Allah, we can all walk in Jannah together with our beloved prophets Ibrahim, Ismail, Ishaq, Yacub, and all of the others. Oh my goodness. Can you remember all of the other prophets, boys and girls? What about the prophets that we haven't spoken about yet? Who remembers how many prophets there are? Well, there's some homework. Now, I have a few more questions for you to discuss with your parents tonight. How about helping mom in the kitchen to make dinner? Or perhaps you can share the story you learned today with your father when he comes home. Maybe after Maghrib Salah? Well, here goes. Number 1. Explain the relationship between the prophets Ibrahim, Ismail, Ishaq, and Yaqub. Question number 2. What happened to make Isa jealous of his brother Yaqub? Question number 3. What was the name of the mosque built by prophets Yaqub and Ishaq? And where is it? And last, what did Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam give his brother as a gift upon returning to his homeland? Do you think you can remember all of that? I know it was a lot. Now, once you have all those questions, boys and girls, that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in for Story Time. And I'm Sophia. See you next time, inshallah, for more stories of our beloved prophets. Assalamu alaikum.